The Andrew Young Lifetime Achievement Award goes to radio legend and philanthropist Tom Joyner. Tom Joyner, affectionately known as the Fly Jock and the hardest working man in radio, started his radio career in college at the Tuskegee Institute, now known as Tuskegee University, in the mid-1970s. At the time, he wanted to be in a band, so he joined the Commodores, which included his close friend Lionel Richie. At the time, the band wasn't making any money, so his family encouraged him to pursue other endeavors. Professionally, his first job was in Montgomery, Alabama, followed by short stints in Memphis and St. Louis, before landing in Chicago, where he worked for WJPC, which was owned by John H. Johnson of Johnson Publishing. In 1985, he was offered 2 jobs simultaneously in Chicago and Dallas. Instead of making one choice, he chose them both. For 8 years, he commuted between both cities, doing mornings in Dallas and afternoons in Chicago, while racking up 7 million frequent flyer miles. His show's success earned him the opportunity to syndicate. In 1984, he was signed by ABC Radio. Over the next 25 years, he had by far the most successful syndicated radio show serving the African American market in the history of media and entertainment. Tom has also used his access effectively to raise money for HBCUs through the Tom Joyner Foundation, where starting in 1998, the foundation has successfully raised over $65 million for deserving students to pursue their education and career endeavors. Tom has truly had a life full of great accomplishments which are worthy of an honor such as this. We present to you the 2021 winner of the Andrew Young Lifetime Achievement Award, Mr. Tom Joyner.
Hello, everyone. This is the hardest working man in radio, the Fly Jock Tom Joyner, now retired in Miami, but I'm still the hardest working man in radio. And thank you to the 100 Black Men of Atlanta Incorporated for this distinguished award, the Andrew Young Lifetime Achievement Award. Ambassador Andrew Young, what a fighter for civil rights, and the funniest man in civil rights too, might I add. This is quite an honor. Thank you so much, 100 Black Men. My lifetime of achievement started not far from here in Tuskegee, Alabama, where during the civil rights era, every Saturday morning, the kids in the community of Tuskegee would protest something. Voter registration, lunch counters, you name it, being able to sit, downstairs in the theater instead of upstairs in the balcony. Every Saturday morning, Confederate soldiers in the square were out there picketing, out there just picketing. Well, one fortunate Saturday morning, we were protesting the fact that the one radio station in our all-black town didn't play any Aretha or Temptations or any black music. So we're out there protesting. Now, I may add, I was out there every Saturday morning. I gotta admit, I was out there every Saturday morning for the food, not for the cause. I was a fat kid, and I loved the food that they served during civil rights marches. Those chicken sandwiches were just delicious. So I'm out there every Saturday morning. This one Saturday morning, we're protesting at the radio station, the one radio station we had in Tuskegee, and it played all white music. I mean, background music. Not Aretha, not the Temptations, not Wilson Pickett, Sly and the Family Stones, none of that. So we're out there just picketing. I got a picket sign in one hand and a chicken sandwich in the other. So it just so happened that the radio station was housed inside of a car dealership. The owner of the car dealership also owned the radio station. And he came outside and he said, you know what, I see y'all out here every Saturday morning protesting something. I said, I don't care about this radio station. I'm just trying to sell some cars. I tell you what, I will let one of you have a radio show that would start at 12 noon and go till the sun goes down. It was a sun up to sundown station, a daytime station. And you can play all the Aretha and the Temptations you want. Just leave my car dealership alone. I'm trying to sell some cars. So he said, which one of you all wants to do it? So I raised my hand. I raised my chicken sandwich hand. I put the chicken sandwich down and I raised my hand and I said I'd do it. And that's what started my career in radio, a protest march. From that moment to this moment, I've retired from the Tom Joyner morning show, which at its height was reaching 1 in 4 African Americans around the country. We formed Reach Media, and every black syndicated show on the air, with the exception of Steve Harvey's, belongs to Reach Media, the company that I founded. Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, it's like eight shows in all. And during my time at the Tom Joyner morning show, I formed the Tom Joyner Foundation. The foundation was chartered in 1998 to help students continue their education at historically black colleges, because as we all know, it's one thing to get in school, it's another thing to stay in school. And it's just a darn shame that you have to leave school and come home and your room has been rented out. So we founded the Tom Joyner Foundation to help students continue their education when they've run out of money at black colleges, HBCUs. And that was in 1998. To date, we have raised and donated more than $65 million to that end, helping more than 29,000 students. And that leads me to what I'm about to announce right here, right now, today, our partnership with the 100 Black Men of Atlanta. We're going to take 15 students that are mentees of the 100 Black Men at HBCUs and award them $1,000 scholarships. That's $15,000 to help them continue their education, especially now after this pandemic. And thank you, Kevin and the 100 Black Men of Atlanta, for giving me the names of your mentees that are at HBCUs and trying to continue their education. We hope that these $1,000 scholarships to 15 mentees will help. Our main fundraiser for the foundation is the Fantastic Voyage. Some of you may have attended with us in the past, this is coming up on number 22. 22 years in a row. Well, we had to postpone this year's because of the pandemic, but we're up and sailing, and we're now booking. Go to the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage for all the information. Go to the website. We're sailing on November 6th, and it's 8 days, 8 hard partying days. We have more than 60 entertainers, including Usher, Alicia Keys, Frankie Beverly and Mays, and we party with a purpose. The purpose, to raise money for the foundation, and the party is 24/7. I'm sorry, 24/8, literally. I mean, our last concert starts at 3 o'clock in the morning. We party so hard that we have a midnight buffet, because you got to put something on your stomach with all that hard partying. And we party till the sun comes up, and when the sun comes up, we have church service, because we need church after partying all night. And you can join us on the Fantastic Voyage. Go to the address you see on your screen and be a part of a party with a purpose. All right? Thank you, 100 Black Men of Atlanta. Thank you, Kevin. You've had a great 2 years. Congratulations. I understand that you have raised and donated $350,000 in scholarships to students, and mentees of the 100. And good job, Kevin. Good job. And thank you again for this distinguished honor, the Andrew Young Lifetime Achievement Award. Have a good evening.